Hey guys, MujK here. If you saw my previous video, you saw that I had pulled Fohlen, which I was very happy about. Now, after playing around with him over the weekend, I love the character and I'm really happy I have him, of course, but one of the problems that I've noticed that's pretty obvious, I guess, is that it's hard to chain with him because there aren't too many other Fohlens around. So the purpose of this video is going to be trying to figure out like who can chain pretty decently with him. Possibly he'll find a best friend like, you know, Setzer and Yun, how they could chain together really well. So I'm going to see if I can find somebody like that. Some of the timings may be a little bit off, and I'll try to do my best and try different timings, but for the most part, this is just me experimenting to see how to maximize his potential as a chainer and damage dealer. So first I'll do the raid event, just because it's free stamina in a way. I mean, it's just 5 fights that I can do for free. So let's start with Orlandeau. And just out of curiosity, yes, he does have an Excalibur. So I already have an idea of how he chains, and it's kind of like off and on. I think Orlandeau's attack is a little bit faster than Fohlen, so there are times when he will do 2 in a row and kind of interrupt the chain. But for the most part, they'll chain like intermittently, and it's not too bad. So, oops. Now, normally if I had everybody attack all at once and kind of all mesh, you know, they're chaining together, I can take this out in one round. But the way that I'm going to be experimenting, it's not going to happen in one round. I'm going to be doing these 2 first, and then I'll do the rest. And so it's going to probably take 2 rounds every time, just so you guys know. Alright, so here we go. Fohlen, Sonic Blast, and Divine Ruination. I'm going to do Divine Ruination a little bit first because it has more hits, it's a little bit longer, and it takes a little bit of time to wind up. So here we go. Wow, that was actually a pretty good one. I think I got up to like 12 or 13 hits, which is way more than average. So I have to remember that timing here. Alright, so let me do Alterna. Actually, I'm going to turn battle effects on because it might kind of be important to see how it's chaining. I don't know if it is or not, but alright, double Alterna here. Plus with Alterna, I like to look at the animation to know when to time my attacks, although I probably missed it this time. Yeah, alright. Okay, so let's try that again with Orlandeau. Hopefully he survives. No, he did not. Okay. Okay, well in that case, let's go ahead and chain with 2 Noctises. Again, I'm going to go first with Noctises because they have a little bit of wind up, and then I'll throw in Fohlen. So here we go. Ten hits, not bad. I think my timing was pretty good for those 2. You can't really get a perfect chain, so that's about all you can hope for. Okay, so that was Orlandeau, and I've shown plenty of that, I think, in the Orthros and Typhon fight. So Orlandeau is already kind of a well-known kind of thing. Okay, so next up we'll do Aileen. Aileen, I believe, does 6 hits per use of Pile Driver, whereas Fohlen does 5. But it's spaced out a little weird, so I have gotten it to chain pretty well before. I don't remember how I did it, but I think Fohlen was in the front row and Eileen was in the back row. But let's see if I can do it here. Oh, maybe that was too slow for Fohlen. Okay, wow, that was really bad. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I probably need to do a little faster than that. That was really bad. Alright. Again, let's do some of this. Okay, that was weird. Weird timing. Okay, this time I'm going to click a little bit faster and see if I can chain a little better, because I have gotten it chained better than that before. Okay, so let's get Eileen unpetrified here. And let's try again. Okay, got up to 6 hits, 7 hits. That was definitely better. They both pretty much attack immediately. There's not like a lot of startup or delay. But I do Eileen a little bit earlier because she has more hits, and it seems to be spaced out slightly more. I'm not sure if that's true or not. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do with Eileen. Maybe it'll be easier once she gets her enhancements. I think it adds a couple of hits to the pile driver move. So, okay, so that's Eileen. Let's go with Reberta. Now, spoiler alert, I actually happen to know that Roberta works pretty well, so let's see if I can get a perfect chain. Actually, I forget how many hits they do. I think they do the same number of hits. Let me just look it up real quick. Okay, so Fohlen, with his ability, he does 7 hits. Oh, not 5 hits, I'm sorry, it's 7 hits. So they both do 7 hits, so if they do a perfect chain, they're both dual wielded, it should go up to 27 chain. So let's see if I can pull that off with the mouse here. Yeah. Didn't do it. It's a lot easier on my phone when I can just use 2 thumbs and do it like right after another, but yeah, it's supposed to chain really well. I got that second Alterna to chain into the warp break, which was nice. Okay, let's see if I can get the chain to do better this time. I might need to set up a macro. I forgot how much harder it is to do with the mouse. Alright. So here we go again. 3, 2, 1. Probably too slow again. Okay, that was pretty good. That second half actually chained together well, so it was 13 hits. Which means that somehow the second half of it all chained together. So I've been actually looking for a lot of Roberta friends lately. I also obviously have been looking for Fohlen friends, but there's like 1 or 2 out of like 100 that I've seen. But I have requested on some Robertas, so hopefully I can add some of them soon. Oh no, this guy used to have a Fohlen leader, but he switched to Orlandeau, so that's kind of a bummer. But I can see why you would do that. Let's try Fryevia. Fryevia's timing is really funky, so I don't expect much. And it's definitely faster than Fohlen. So we'll see if I can kind of jerry-rig a chain together here. Okay, I think Fohlen's is going to take longer, so I'll go with him first. But they're both pretty immediate. Okay, we've got 3, 3, 4, 3, 4. Yeah, pretty bad. I do want to try the Roberta chain again. Oh, that alternate came like a split second after the chain was over. Just real quick. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna record a little macro to chain these two together. And that way I can do it a lot faster. So yeah, it's like all over. Oh wow, I got it to 7. It's probably the most I've seen with Fryevia. Yeah, let's see if I can get another Roberta in here. Also with Setzer, sadly you can't chain really with any of his abilities. I've tried it with Red Card, I've tried it with Prismatic Flash. It just does not chain. It doesn't want to chain at all, so yeah, that's a little sad. Alright, here we go, another Reberta friend. Let's see what this person has on. Crimson Blood. Okay, so no elemental chaining, but it doesn't matter, we're just testing the timing, so it's okay. Okay, so this time I'm going to do it with the Emulator with acceleration so that we can get it as close together as possible, because I think the timings are like pretty in sync with each other. Okay, so where's this Mystic Thrust? Okay, so let's see if we can do it. Okay, it's not working as well as it was before, I'm not sure why, but it is possible to get a 27 chain. Let's see here. Maybe I need to reverse the order. Maybe I need to do Reberta first and then Fohlen. Because it looks like Roberta is hitting after Fohlen's all done. Yeah, so maybe it's not like immediately after one another as I thought it was. Okay. Alright, let's give this another try. It's a thrust. Okay, so we'll go reverse order this time. Okay, it's not really working. Maybe I'll try different acceleration speeds. I had it on 3 that time. I'm gonna try 2 and 4. See if one of those has a better result. Maybe I should just refresh my raid orbs here. I am a little bit behind, but maybe it's just better to do Earth Shrine. Let's do that. Let's do Earth Shrine. I'm determined to show you guys the perfect chain with Roberta because I've seen it. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, actually I want to try Eileen again, this time with the macro, see if that makes a difference. So let's give that a try. And it's still all over the place. Let's try 2 speed or 2 acceleration. Okay. There we go. Man, it's just like all over the place. Maybe 4. It's like the sloppiest chaining ever. Let's try 1, actually. Yeah, can't make it work, at least not consistently. I'm gonna try it all the way at 8. Let's see what this does. Nope. Okay, I give up on Eileen. Alright, let's get some Robertas in here. Okay, just to show that I'm not crazy, or, you know, to test out my macro, I guess, let's do it with another Fohlen. I mean, obviously this should chain together. I'm gonna try at 4 acceleration. If this doesn't chain, that means I need to re-record the macro. Try again. Okay, pretty good, but maybe I should try a different speed. Okay, here we go again. Oh, that would have been a perfect chain, but it didn't allow it to continue because the enemy died. Sometimes it lets you go all the way to 27, sometimes it kind of cuts you off for some reason. So let's see if that speed works well again. I did 2x acceleration, so let's go again. Oh, same result as the first time. Maybe I think the position of the enemies also matters too. Call me crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at the same speed, see if I get a different result this time. Okay, here we go, same speed. Yeah, it definitely chains differently depending on the position of the enemy, I think. Because that other one never went up to 13. In that case, I don't know how I'm supposed to figure out how to perfect chain every time. Let's do this. Yeah, it keeps stopping me at 13. Okay, so this 2x seems to work pretty well, but if the enemy is too close, it doesn't work as well. Maybe it needs to be a little faster in that case, I don't know. If anybody understands this chaining mechanic a little bit more, then please leave your comments in the comment section, because I'm trying to learn how to get the optimal results every time. Alright, let's do this. No, actually what? I don't want to do Earth Shrine because they keep dying prematurely. So I'm going to go ahead and do the raid boss. That way I can actually get both like the dual wield chains going on. Alright, so let's refresh this. It's for science and all, so... Okay, so here we go. Another Reberta. Okay, this one has Holy Lance, so it'll also have Elemental Chain. So if I do it right, it'll do a lot of damage. Okay, let's do this. Okay, hopefully this works better this time. This is still at 2x acceleration, so here we go. Pretty good, but not optimal. Yeah, I don't want to do that whole alternate thing again. It's just too much of a pain, so let's just do this. Either way, it's going to take 2 turns anyway, so... Okay. Since this boss is a little bit farther away, actually no, that back row enemy worked well last time, so maybe that's not the issue. Let me just try 3x. I'm not really sure why it's not working today. You can see why Orlandeau is so highly rated and popular, because not that it's like super easy to get it every time, but you know, as long as you're fast, it's pretty reliable. Especially because they don't, he doesn't actually have to move to chain. He just like raises his hands. His position doesn't really matter. But in these cases, it's like there's a lot of sensitive factors. So let me try something. Let me try like 6 speed here. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the same results regardless of the speed. Alright, let's do 8x. Seems to get worse. I mean, just the fact that I was able to perfect chain with Roberta even once or twice offline, not offline, but off video, shows that it's possible. I just maybe don't know the perfect timing for it. And the fact that it's possible means that, you know, that they're supposed to be in sync here. Anybody else? Now let's just do one more Orlandeau and then I'll call it a video. Yeah, don't want to beat a dead horse here. It's kind of making me want to pull a second one so I can chain with myself, but I know that that's just like asking for trouble to chase a base 5-star like that. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this timing. Oh wow, I got up to 15 that time. That was really good. You see that Fohlen hits first. The timing that I just did, he hit first. So I kind of wasted a couple of hits. But in the end, I think it was worth it because it, you know, some part of the chain synced up pretty well. Let me try Fohlen a little bit slower behind Orlandeau. Try not to waste a couple of those hits. Because at this rate, I might just use Orlandeau to chain with. Roberta's not really as reliable on the emulator. If I'm playing on my phone, I'll use Roberta because I can use my 2 thumbs, but with this method, even with the macro, it's not really helping. Okay, so here we go. That was a lot messier. Very sensitive timing. Okay, well anyway, this was a long video. I didn't mean it to be so long. I was hoping to kind of show more concretely who was good to chain with, who was not, but it turned out to be pretty random, at least on the emulator. When I'm playing on the phone, I'll use Reberta or of course other Fohlens, but when I'm playing on the emulator and recording these videos, it probably doesn't matter because it just depends on the timing that I click, so I'm just gonna go with that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a Fohlen or you have more insight into this chaining business, please let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for those friends to add, so hopefully I can use him effectively. Alright, take care guys. See you guys next time.